Here we go. Future generation. And drawing.
Hello, my name is Griffin Herring, and I want to ask you all a question. Who here believes the moon landing was fake? Everybody.
Hands are up.
In 1969, July 20th, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin are said to have landed on the moon. This event has much controversy on to whether or not it ever actually took place. Conspiracy theorists make claims such as, why was the flag waving? Why did the Van Allen belt not fry the astronauts as they passed through it? Why are there no stars in any of the pictures? Why are there multiple light sources? And why is there a rock with the letter C on it? While these are very compelling arguments, there are reasons behind each of them. I'm here to set the record straight for all the future generations so that they believe that the moon landing was real.
Future generations. There he is. Alright.
To explain, I will go point by point and give the reason behind each one. My first point is, like I said, why was the flag waving? In space, there's no air. On the moon, because there's no atmosphere, there's also no air. So, if there is no air on the moon or in space, why then, when the flag was planted, were there ripples, such as showing the flag waving? On the moon, there is very low gravity, not anything like we have on Earth. Because of this, when the flag was planted, it disturbed the flag and caused ripples, which remained there for the rest of the video, therefore showing that there was little gravity when the video was taking place. Point 2. Van Allen belt. For those of you who don't know, the Van Allen belt is a giant donut-shaped swath of magnetically trapped, highly energetically charged particles that surround Earth. This basically means that around the Earth there is energy, radiation, surrounding the Earth, where if you were to pass through it, you would be burned. And conspiracy theorists ask, why were the astronauts not burned? Which is a logical question. The engineers and everyone working on the space mission and the moon landing knew about the Van Allen belt of radiation. And when the astronauts passed through it, it was at its lowest point of the year, meaning that they could safely pass through and not be burned. If you look at any picture of the moon landing at all, you will not see a single star at all. And conspiracy theorists ask, why is this? Because everyone knows that there's stars in the sky. Everyone knows that stars are burning balls of helium and hydrogen. So why can we not see them in any of the pictures on the moon landing? This is because of the strong light source that the sun provides. It's such a strong light force that when the camera was taking pictures, the light would enter the camera lens and dim out all the other stars in the sky. You can test this out if you don't believe me by turning off the lights in a room, turning on a lamp, and holding a flashlight in your hand and standing ways away from the lamp. If you have the lamp on and then you turn on the flashlight and point it in your eyes, you're not going to be able to see the lamp very well. In each picture of the moon, or maybe not each picture, but in most pictures of the moon, the shadows are not parallel to each other. And if there's only one light source, there should be parallel shadows. The reason that this is because the surface of the moon is uneven and it's very rocky. and the sun was very low when these pictures were taken. And because of these factors, on different objects, the sun's light had a different effect on it, causing shadows to appear non-linear, not non-parallel. And my last point that I will make before I will ask y'all all questions as to why y'all believe the moon landing was fake. The picture of the rock with the sea on it. If, just to start off with this argument, it's absurd solely because the picture of the rock with the sea on it was taken during the Apollo 16 mission, which was 5 missions after the Apollo 11. And the Apollo 11 is when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon. To further debunk this theory, when the photo was taken, the sea was not there. When it was developed, the sea appeared. This is mainly because of some accident that happened to occur in NASA, where maybe a hair or something happened to the photo to cause the sea. In fact, if you look at the original photo, there is no sea on it. While it is great to be skeptical of many things and not agree with something just because someone tells you it's true, and some conspiracy theories do have merit. For example, I believe it is ignorant to think that we're not alone in this universe, because there are many planets out there and there is probably some sort of life. It is still imperative that we differentiate between fact and fiction, and there is enough compelling evidence that man has made it to the moon for it to sound odd when someone says that they believe that the moon landing was fake. Are there any questions as to... Yes, Mom?
Okay, so we went to the moon. If we actually did, why haven't we been back?
There are many missions of orbiting the moon.
But why haven't we landed back on the moon?
Because we don't have funding.
I have a question.
Why hasn't... Oh,
Yes.
I would like to know that if the moon landing made no impression on the moon, but you can see footprints on the moon. Please explain.
When they took back off, it disturbed all the dust on the moon and probably covered some of the tracks. But you can still see the footprints because the footprints lead away from where they landed. Any other questions?
why hasn't Russia been back? Or went in the first place? They were ahead of us initially, and now they've never went.
Russia also lost funding. But they actually recently launched a rocket into space, and that was... Or no, they didn't lose funding. I'm not sure why they haven't. I'm not Russian. But I know that they have recently fired off a rocket, and now it seems to be that all space races are dedicated towards Mars. So we've been to the moon, we've orbited the moon many times, and now our focus has turned to Mars. Any more questions?
Well, why would there not be any dust spatter on the moon?
There is dust on the moon. What do you mean?
Spatter,
When they were walking around, why didn't you see dust
dust
spatter?
flying up everywhere.
When they were driving the rover, dust was flying everywhere. Which is actually an interesting point, because that's why the Mars rover's tires were made out of hollow aluminum, because of the pressure difference between Earth and the Moon.
Any idea why the rocks that they brought back were almost identical to the rocks you find in Antarctica?
Supposedly when the universe was created, there were many meteors and rocks flying around, and it's very possible that the same rocks that make up the Moon also hit Earth. Any more questions?
We believe.
I think we've been convinced.